seconds. It's just part of the task. Okay, so I've got a ton of announcements today. You beans are gonna love it. So I'll go through it one at a time, because some of these things are like really significant. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So first off, um, the world tour is just about started. We're doing it a little bit differently though, as you probably already saw the video. We got the bus like fresh, brand new, straight from the regular school lot. So SCH lot. And so we're in the process right now of removing the chairs, the seats, and we've been kind of like meandering through the northeast, and get rid of these things. So it's been kind of fun. Soon we're going to have an MVP that can work, but we're going to have to find a place to park it and finish getting it painted, etc. The cool part is that Wingman, for anyone who doesn't know what it is, Wingman is the CRM for school that we built. It's about 2 years old now, so it's got data from basically the school games at the beginning that compares to how everyone's doing. And oh no, did I get disconnected?
A little
Okay,
bit.
cool. We're good. All right. So I had a bunch of conversations with HQ, and me and Sam basically decided that we were going to do this community funded. So it made sense for this to be a community funded endeavor. So everyone who's a part of Wingman, who is using the CRM to make your community make money, pays for the world tour, which is pretty charming. There is
Please, someone take a screenshot. We need to make a new GIF.
We're back.
What was the last thing you guys heard?
Something about the school bus. School bus and the Wingman. The Wingman user. So every Wingman user will. And then,
yeah. Okay. So every Wingman user is sponsoring the world tour now. Yeah. So you're going to use that to make more money with your school community, and then vis-a-vis, it will pay for the school bus. It's kind of cool, actually. So that's going to be really interesting. I'll keep announcing that. We're going to keep tabs on it too, because a lot of people also want to build out their own or see what it would be like. Like, we've gotten so much feedback from folks who want to make their lives more mobile or have their own moving HQ, any of that, like have an IRL product. So we're going to be documenting the costs, the everything along the way. And it's already been documented a little bit, but I'll get to that in just a second. First, the new Wingman features that are landing. So at the end of this month, there's 3 new big parts of it. The first one is mini chat. So you'll be able to, when people comment on your thing, you can pre-program it. If they say bananas, they get an auto DM that you decide beforehand what it's going to say. Second version of that is going to be sequences. This would be if someone DMs you a certain thing, you respond back with a series of responses that you would pre-program. And then the last one, which in my opinion is the coolest and juiciest one, is that you're going to be able to have responses based on trigger. So if they upgrade, if they downgrade, if their card declines, if they cancel, if any of those things happen, these are all triggers. An auto DM will send to them. So you can map all that out. It now also is almost 100% mobile optimized. So once you're signed in with School Goose, which of course takes your data and populates it, you'll be able to now have everything up and running. One other really interesting thing too is that I think what's going to happen is we had 2 directions to go. We could either create Zapier's sort of integration so that you could connect it with GHL or some of your other CRMs. Instead, I think what we're going to do is replace GHL. So we now have SMS messaging. It's technically functional. So if you get a phone number from somebody in your community, it goes into your CRM on Wingman. and then you can go ahead and call them from there. Emails will be coming soon. We haven't released it yet, though. We'll probably release it in a couple of months. First, we're going to release the sequences and all of that. Also, notifications from your community. That's like the triggers that will be you can use to initiate stuff. So if their card gets declined, like I was mentioning, or if they upgrade or the downgrade, you'll get a notification for those things now. And when the app is live, you'll get push notifications for those. So it'll all be one ecosystem. And by the time we're done with this year, you won't need another CRM tool. So if you got it for $9, fucking congratulations. That's the cheapest CRM that I think exists on the market. So it's $20 now. If you haven't signed up, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was looking at the difference between Go High Level and this CRM. Oh my God, hell of a lot easier, user friendly, simple. I'm happy. I'm super
That's what I
happy,
like.
and it's cheaper. Buy it about like $90.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where
So
do you
even
sign
when
up for it? Sorry.
Sure. Yeah. Where do you sign up for it? So you're going to go here. I can actually just give you the link here. School.com/Goosify/plans. Yeah. So that
Also, it's important to mention that these notifications, for example, somebody purchases a course in your classroom, or somebody's card got declined, or whatever other notifications that Gus mentioned, we're not notified in the app for it. So these are going to be really helpful.
Yeah, that's right. Basically, Sam really wants to keep school simple. He needs to, because it needs to be for beginners. So everything that is basically missing from school that arguably platforms like Kajabi or some of the others try to do. I don't know if they do it that gracefully, but they argue that they do. This is that. So this is the complement to all of those things. And now that it's funding the world tour pretty much exclusively, we're putting like a lot of time, resources, and attention to it. So you'll see a lot of changes happening. Some of them, every now and then, we'll make a little fuck up and you'll lose, like, for example, on School Goose right now, you lost segmentation. We'll bring that back as far as more colorful themes and things like that. So that's going to be a big part of it. And down the line, once we've taken care of the practical stuff, I will be integrating some gamification things, kind of like Duolingo, because that's my favorite shit, is being able to like know that I'm coming in and making good strides on stuff. So if you're unsure how to use it, please go to the fourth classroom. And each video is 1 minute long. It'll show you how to do one particular thing pretty easily. I mean, that's pretty much. If I can't teach you how to do something in a minute, it's too complicated. So that's the metric by which I'm putting these things together. And it's a CRM designed unlike any of the other ones, because I've just been pulling it out of my ass as we've been going through it. I want something that fits for just my shit. And so I do it for myself, get feedback from you, and then the iteration from those two things is what exists out there. So please keep letting us know how it goes. But now it's kind of beautiful. It helps you make money with your community online, and then makes the bus tour and the world tour happen. It's kind of like, I love it. This is cool. Next. So we're going to be coming up with locations here soon, and I'm going to have everyone vote on where we're going to be going. Attached to that, we're going to have a map that will probably be on Goosify for the time being. We may move it over to school in the schoolers community on the map at some point, but for now, it'll be on Goosify, and you can follow along where the bus is going and where the plan is. So it'll tell you in pretty much real time, with about 24 hours accuracy, where we are, so you can stalk us or plan ahead, or both. And what's really cool, and this is the first time that I'm announcing it, is if you would like to follow along, let me find it here. Yes, perfect. This is it. I have teamed up with Evelyn on this one, because she also has really wanted to see this happen, this IRL stuff. She's been big on it for a long time, but also, has a family, and so is oftentimes pretty busy, but she's also going to be helping with like ads and a lot of things on this too. So we've opened up a school community just for the school bus. That's $9 to get in. So if you want to sponsor it just from that side, you're going to see all the updates, what happens every day, who we meet, how much it costs. So you can kind of get an idea of what the whole thing will be. And we'll be recording a lot of the content because Goosify does a lot, so it would be a lot to like also put in bus information there. So all of the bus information that's not posted in Schoolers, which will just be once in a while, will be in this bus community, and it is school.com/tour. That has already started actually, and so this is the first time that I'm announcing it. It's also where you'll probably want to go to be more clear on where it is, where we're planning on going, and what it might look like on the inside, because we're pretty much just going to be building it with all of the members as we travel. That's kind of the exciting part. So let me pause there. I know I've thrown a lot at you all together at once, so please, any questions, hit me.
Will you fly the bus to Argentina?
That sounds great. I do want to mount wings on this bus, but I don't know what its range is going to be. So we'll have to figure that out. What I do know is we are still going to be doing a Brazil trip. We may do a Argentina trip.
I'm
Because
right next to Brazil. I can move to Brazil. Not move,
Oh,
but
really?
I can trip there. Yeah.
Well, so we're definitely gonna. So it's not just in the U.S. We are gonna hit all 50 states, but we are gonna still do a South America, Europe, and Southeast Asia tour, and so yeah, Brazil is gonna be in Rio. Rio's gonna be. I haven't been there in a minute, and I really enjoyed Rio last time I was there. So we're gonna go to a Rio event. That'll be lovely. Yeah, that part I'm really looking forward to. So yes, I will let you know when that part happens. Pretty much the plan is now that we are going to be doing 3 months in the bus and then 3 months off the bus. So international, domestic, international, domestic, and we'll kind of rotate on that 2-3 months at a time. Good question, Anna. Yeah, we're hunting you down. We're coming to you.
Are you still planning to head off in April?
That's a great question. So right now we have I'm at a hotel because it's pretty cold in the Northeast, and so the bus is not quite ready. I kind of want to get a bunch of blankets and shit from Target and like throw them in there and maybe just like buff it, but we'll figure it out. But it looks like we'll start in May. I think we'll have a very light MVP that's like hobbled together, minimum viable product, so that it's up and running. Includes a paint job, so it looks like that part is going to be possible. Yeah, a lot of people have come out of the woodwork for this one.
Viable. All right.
Sorry?
No, I was like, that's really cool. Like, I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Stace. Yeah. In fact, we had Sam and Brian on the bus just a couple of days ago, and they were helping us uproot some seats. That was like, I mean, if you're looking for the best kind of slave labor, come hang out with the bus right now because there's so much to do. Yeah, that part.
I'm happy to come help or nearby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I think probably I was thinking about maybe making a vote because I kind of wanted to cruise through New Orleans so that we could have a parade real quick. You just like you throw them some money and then you just throw a parade. So maybe if you guys want to join for that, we could do a just announce a on our way back pit stop in New Orleans and then vote what cities or what states we stop along the way, because we're sort of basically making our way west to just find a place to set up shop for a little bit and then figure out how to get it going while I start recording some podcasts on that thing.
The Bay Area. Come to the Bay Area. It's sunny.
yeah.
It's warm. It's beautiful. We have beaches.
Hell
And-
yeah. No, keep going. I'm liking this excitement. Feed me.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we got sun, we got warm, we got beaches, we got there's at least 3 people I can think of right now who have amazing properties where you could come and park and you could be the party. And
Wow.
and I mean, the Bay Area is known for a good time. We know how to party. We know how to show you what's up.
That's right. Yeah, I definitely know that. You Bay Area folks are crazy. I'm down.
All right.
That sounds great. Yeah, it would be I I guess maybe, yeah, that's a good thing to clarify, is that we're kind of just feeling it out now. So if there is, I guess maybe the best way would be to make another post, or maybe I'll do a submission thing. But if there are places along the way that that we could park, or like set up shop for a few days or a week or whatever, and just like work on stuff. I just picked up a bunch of cordless tools. So we're just like a mobile vehicle ready to start hacking away wherever we go. It's pretty cool. That sounds great. Yeah, maybe I'll make another post. I think that'll be the way to do it.
Goose,
Yes.
this sounds insanely cool. And a couple months ago, I just had this thought of also creating my own IRL events in the future.
Yeah.
And so, like, the fact that you are going to record this and like make podcasts about it, like, I'm super super excited for that. And I like just saying that I'm super excited, and I want to see the whole process of you organizing this, like expenses, where like how you plan this, how you promote it. Like, just I mean, I'm like actively looking at it, but like if you can also record it from the inside, that would be super.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, this is a really great point. I forgot to mention this. So everything's getting like finally all integrated together. Wingman pays for the thing, and also, the team that does all the school ads is now going to be doing our content. So we brought them on board, and we're going to be having long form and short form, a lot of it, of which podcast will be a big part, because also a good chunk of this will become school ads, the best performance stuff. So yeah, if you find yourself on the bus, odds are you're gonna have to be okay being on camera, because it'll go up somewhere, and if it performs, it's gonna go up in more places. Yeah. So let me actually show you to address what you're talking about. Here is the bus community. For example, day one was right here. Yeah, this is all the receipts. This is everything I bought. Oh, and here's a cute little photo. So it basically says what we did and then how much everything cost. And pretty soon here we're gonna have a budget. Right now, wallet. You're in an airplane. It feels like you're on an airplane. You like dip out. Okay, so right now the goal is for the operational cost. Like, it looks like after all of the media team, all of everything, it's about $8,000 or $9,000 per month to run everything with the bus. So Wingman will basically try and cover that. So not only are we going to show you how the bus got to this point every day, at least the days that we're working on it, but also it'll show you how long it took for us to get a relatively new offer, because up until now we've just been charging $9 for Wingman. Up in what it looks like to start selling something and have it catch up to paying for an IRL thing. So it's literally like a community demonstration in real time, in real life. Kind of cool. So ideally, this can fuel not just you deciding how to build the thing, but also how to fuel building the thing. So for example, on this first day, we got the bus for 23 grand. Inspection was 500, maintenance was 900, insurance was 1100, Costco was 1200, Lowe's was 14, and Walmart, it was $200. So that came to about 28 grand on day one, and then day two was $1,000. So these are the kinds of things that I would love to know if I was ever setting out to do something crazy like this, or just have a general idea of what that looks like. And so when I pair that with, here's the end goal, because I basically have done two things. I talk about it in the community. I guess for a little bit of background, I set aside 25 grand to buy the bus, which is, we spent a little bit over that, and then 25 grand to run the bus. So 50 grand up front, and that gives us about 3 months of runway. And at that point, we'll have about 9 grand operational costs, everything that's associated with taking care of running the thing. And so if Wingman can catch up to the 9 grand, which right now it's at 3. Right now it's at 3 grand. So we basically have to triple the MRR of Wingman in 3 months. And if we can do that, it pays for the bus. That sounds like a pretty cool story. I like that. It just so happened that these things worked out. So yeah, is that helpful, Kai?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I don't think I'll be traveling on a bus though, That is super cool. I think it'll be a little bit different. But it's still like, who knows? Maybe like just buy a minivan and do the same thing. I mean, who knows? It just the ideas. I mean, like the original ideas are always there. Like especially if you're ready to take them and if you have like the mental capacity for them. Amazing. Thanks, man. This is great, and thanks for showing me like the insides of this. I didn't know like 25 grand, and of course like the maintenance, the insurance. Wow, a lot. Also, another question: are you
Yeah.
going to go to Hawaii? Are you going to go to Hawaii?
We have to.
50th? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll be in Hawaii and Alaska. So technically we're driving to 48, although I have heard we could ferry over to Hawaii for a couple of grand. So we might do that. We'll see. But also could just be fun to fly over there and not have to worry about it. Although we were told, we went to this Philly cheesesteak place in New York yesterday, and this dude who was just like, well, there were actually a couple of people there that knew school, and so they saw the hat, and they struck up conversation. But they were like, one of them was from Hawaii, and he was explaining that you got to take the bus over and then go straight to Sandy Beach. That's where you go, which apparently is where you can go park a bus. That sounds pretty cool to me. So yeah, I think Kai, to your point, I think the goal isn't necessarily to show you how to build a bus. So I should clarify that. It's to show you how to fund a project that you're really passionate about and what that looks like, both on the cost side and the fundraising side.
Yeah. That's pretty much like what I was thinking. Yeah. Thanks. This is great. This is great. Like this is just fantastic. Amazing.
Hell yeah, man! Glad to hear it. All right, next question. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear someone.
Yeah, it's me. It's Wally.
Yo, what's up, Wally? I cannot see you, but I can hear you.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. Like oh, now you can see me. Now you can see me. Hey, if you want, send me over the measurements, and I'll pop it into Van Space and throw a couple designs your way, if you
Dude,
want to.
Yeah. It's a 40-footer dog nose. I'll see where I can
40-footer
find
dog nose.
Yeah. This
All
bus
right, let me write that
huge.
down.
It's fucking ginormous. So like
That's what she said.
driving it has been a mission. Like the first day I ever drove a bus was the day I bought the damn thing. It's just like when I bought a Combi bus in Peru and I learned how to drive stick that week. That was crazy. That I that took care of most of my driving fears, I think. So you jump behind this thing. I had the mechanic show me how to control it, and now it's pretty good. Like I kind of know what to do with the air brakes and shit. No one's died yet, which is always a positive. And then when you're actually driving it, when you're taking turns, they've got to be so wide. Oh my god! But it also does turn on a dime, kind of like surprisingly, it's impressive. It turns about as narrow, about like an F-150 would almost. And the cool part, well, the side effect, because it can turn really well, is that the tail, which is like, if this is the length of the whole bus, the wheel is like just behind middle, the back wheel. So there's this whole tail area that just whips people around. So if I turn too close to something, they'll just go flying. So that's the one thing. Yeah. But I'm gonna send that 45. Wow. Cool. All right. Next up, questions or things you want to contribute or ideas or places you think we should go. I'm down for everything. This is like we had everything we had planned was up until yesterday. So I have no plan anymore. I don't know how the fuck we're going to do this. And that's the fun part. It's all being documented. Here are all the phones that were documenting. Wait. All the phones that were documenting everything on. We got a pink, green, and an orange. And so all the content you're going to be seeing here, and I bet by the end of this year, most of you will be on that content. That's the goal.
Hey, Goose, I'd love to share something with you, man.
I would love to hear something from you.
This is Ankara. I have this vision to do something in the city of St. Augustine, Florida, which is the oldest city in U.S.
Yeah,
And
Christina's down there too.
Yeah, exactly. In the space. So what I'm thinking is to do an event at the Fountain of Youth, because the Fountain of Youth is kind of like this immortal youthfulness, and I think that goes really great with the theme of school. And so we could do a live event at the Fountain of Youth. There's also Ripley's Believe It or Not, and like tons of other really amazing fun stuff to do in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to putting together an event with you here in Florida, my man.
Hell yeah, that would be very cool. I've already heard about it like 3 times, this place that I've never heard of before this year, pretty much. So evidently, I have to go.
Yeah, and he's already got a May the 4th be with you Star Wars event set up for May 4th to kick off St. Augustine. So it's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah. That is a great event right there. Yeah. May the 4th be with you. And what's Mario Day? That's March 10th, right? That's another one that has a soft spot in my heart. Mario. Yeah, that's it. Love that. Okay, May the 4th. That's how I know we're on the same wavelength, man.
Is that for plumbers?
I believe I think there used to be a prequel, but now I think they accept non-plumbers as well.
No, well, then I won't fit then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point though. It's good you're always aware of who's accepted. So okay, perfect. Let's get 1 or 2 more questions here before I dive into the next breakdown. Oh, really? All the answers? See, I don't know what's going to happen this year, but it seems like everyone else does. Come on, give me something.
Can I fit a stripper pole?
Hell yeah, bring a stripper pole. Throw that thing in there. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I have been working out. Love that. Stacy always with the bangers there. Oh, by the way, did Sam mention the LOL thing? He did, yes? Yeah? Okay, cool. So yeah, everyone's got those. When he was showing me the feature before, he was like, "Yeah, there's a secret word that can unlock a couple more emojis." And I was like, "You're probably just gonna reveal it anyways, aren't you?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't know." And so he did.
He didn't. On the school call, he didn't. He just said there are 3 words. No, there's a word with 3 letters, and I was like, it must be cut. It must be cut. And until I figured it out, it was lol. But
okay. Oh, okay. So he didn't give it away
many times.
All right. That's good. That's good. All right. There's still some secrets in there. Yeah, I mean, the real tough one was Let There Be Cat. I mean, you'd really have to be guessing for a long time to get those. So I hear that. Okay. One more question, then we'll go on to the next section. Go ahead, take your time. I can hang out all day long.
I was thinking you could park at school parking lots, but then you could make it an event where you teach high schoolers how to build their own community.
Oh, yes, you left a comment about that, right?
Yeah,
That was a cool idea, actually, to just like roll into schools in a school bus,
it's
spreading
perfect.
school. That's a lot of school. Yeah, and on top of that, a converted school bus is called a schoolie, spelled SKO. It's just wow. What is that? What do you even call that? A
Pop up.
an oct. Yeah, something. There's so many crossovers there. I think it's a really cool idea. I love that. Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah.
That's really
It's Inception.
yeah, that's right. It's Inception.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like a quadruple entendre, but it's more than that, I think. Excellent. Okay. Thank you for these little nuggets and ideas, everybody. I love that. Now, I figured for a good chunk of what we could do for the rest of this call is basically I'd go through, especially now that Wingman is funding everything, I'd be like, well, then all the people here are the folks that I need to teach how to use this thing to the best of its ability. Because truly, whether you've just started your community or you're trying to scale it, you're going to need a CRM, and a native one does make it better. I mean, this thing was designed with the school guys, so like they were a part of this thing, and the data, like you haven't even released the data features yet, but when that and the AI chatbot comes out, like it's it's going to make these things kind of fun. Like I've seen them and I'm excited to use it for my stuff. So let me go ahead and pull up Wingman here and just share very briefly a couple of pointers to run with so that you all know what to do. Let me go to so schoolwingman.com is like the shortcut. Sign in. Okay. Fabulous. Oh, hold on. I have to verify that it's me. I'm in a different city and Google doesn't trust me. So sassy. All right. I'm in. Now let me go ahead and share the page. Boom. Can everyone see the screen? Yes? Excellent. All right.
Yes.
Now, I don't think it will show the extension on the side, but that's okay. I think everyone, well, we can touch the extension here in just a second. In fact, let me see. Let me do this. I'm going to share.
See if you can share the entire screen.
Yeah, I'm just going to share the whole thing. Okay. Great. All right, now everyone should be able to see the whole screen. Beautiful. So over here on this side is School Goose. That one you download from schoolgoose.com. And that's just a Chrome extension. What that gives us the ability to do, if you don't already know, is scrape all the data from your community and aggregate it here in Wingman. I know we did lose segmentation here on this side. That's my bad. We're going to bring that one back. And I know it's kind of a boring color now. That was more to address an issue that we kind of already fixed. So we will bring back themes for that. Something I'm going to point out, though, too, is that if we go to, let's go to the community here. So my favorite new feature that came out was themes. So if you want to have a little bit of a cool experience, download the damn thing and give your themes and give us feedback too, because we're going to be adding more. And the exciting part is that, remember Facebook, or sorry, not Facebook, remember MySpace? Do you guys remember MySpace? So you could customize people's like experience on the front page for anyone that remembered that one. You could have like a certain song that would play or a certain background that would be there. So what's going to happen is we're going to set it up so that as long as everyone has the Chrome extension, has Wingman, well, in this case, School Goose, you will be able to program what you want your theme to be for your community. And so you can actually pick one. And then everyone who has the extension will be able to see that from the outside. So this one just affects your experience, but soon it's going to be affecting everyone else's experience of your space. So that'll be a cool thing that's coming soon. That's in themes over here on the side. Make sure you have pinned the goose up on the top to be able to access all that. Then, of course, Chaos Goose, if you want the goose walking around down here, shit talking to you, he's fun. But he's a bit sassy. If you ever want to access Wingman, though, you can click
Wait
on
a
the
second.
goose. Yes.
I have a question about this. So these teams that we currently only see from our own end, you say they're going to be available for whoever has a Wingman, so that background would be visible to anyone from the community who has
Yes.
Wingman?
If they have Wingman, yes, then they'll be able
Cool.
to see how you customize your homepage.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when we released themes, it was like the #1 request that came out. And it's funny too because like we do so many things for like the CRM and tracking and sales and Ascension, like stuff that makes you money. But the biggest, most exciting things half the time are the aesthetics. These. So this is my play. I'm gonna make this thing so fucking fun that you have no choice but to make money for yourself. Sorry. That's how it works. Okay. Now, do not forget this one. This is the bookmarks tab. So the way it works is you go through here. Let's look at Mark's post, which is fantastic. I'm going to hit save post, and eventually that thing will show up here at the top. And so now you have it saved. There it is, IRL highlight. So if I click on this, it now opens up that thing there. It's probably one of the most underutilized tools. So do not forget that bookmarks is there. And because Wingman's connected with it, if you hit bookmarks in the Wingman tab, it'll pull it up here for you as well. Sorry, I'm using my phone's hotspot because my Starlink stopped working. Let me refresh. and bookmarks. There we go. And there it is. And of course, at any point, you can be tagging who's in charge of which one. Like, oh, I saved this for myself. Well, that's where you put it in here. Then on this side, this is where it's going to start getting really crazy. Right now you have sequences. So if you're going to send a DM, you can just click this button. Let's go up here to, yeah. Great. So if I want to send a message to yeah, I have two options. I could do a backslash, and then here's all the shortcuts that I could just click on. Or I can just go over here and hit thanks, hashtag name. Let me know if you need anything else, and it will integrate Yaya's name there in the bottom, and I can just send it off. So sequences are really nice. This is the in-between part. Like, please use this because it makes life so easy. Before we launch the many chats feature and being able to have auto DMs fire based off of actions that they've taken on triggers, this is the one that you'll want to get familiar with for now, so that when that launches, there is a bit of a learning curve because these are some pretty advanced tools. But once you figure out how to use them, it'll save you so much time and you'll be able to reach a lot of people. So that's a big one. And then lastly, of course, grab someone here, put in some notes, let people know, like, here you go. This is fun. Woo. There's a note, and then you can also open the chat, and this will open their DMs on school. The goal is to make this all housed in just the fewest amount of places as possible. Now we'll jump over to the Wingman side. So let me click this, and you have these three tabs, which are a little bit more complicated. Is that mine? Here. So if we go here to these tabs. Sorry, one more time.
I said it was Wally. I muted him.
Oh, cool. Thank you very much. All right. So if we've got projects, this is very simple, but it goes a long way when you're organizing your stuff. I built this for us, and now we use it all the time. It's just simply taking care of all of the things that you have in one place. So since you're already on here, you may as well have a project manager, which in the meantime, before calendar integrations happen, you can use to keep track of people, which in CRM, you can also go here to schedule a reminder. So let's say, let's go here to Lucy, for example. So if I say schedule a reminder, I can say, okay, we're going to chat at 9 p.m. later today. And then boom, I have one reminder ending today, and it'll trigger a reminder for me. These are really helpful. You can sometimes keep that in projects. The one that I get the most excited about, though, is the community health tab. Every Friday, which we're going to be letting you know every Friday, it's important to see where you're at, how you're performing, and then address those for the week. So the health potion, which I just activated now, is saying that I need to work on my free conversion, engagement, and free members. And so the way that I would do that, it reads all of your data and identifies it for you. And so if I just focus on these things this week, it'll address all the shortcomings of the community. Not to mention up here, it can show you, like in Goosify so far, it's pulled in about 35 grand this year, and 100K I said was the goal. You can change that in settings. And 25%, can you believe that? 25% of the year is already over. 25%. We've finished a quarter of the year already. This helps me keep track of things, because if you ask me, I'd be like, I don't know, is it January 12th? Like maybe 12 days passed? I don't fucking know. The date changes every day. I can't keep track. So this gives you an idea, like, okay, if that was your goal, here's how you're doing. And right now there's this much of a gap. So technically I'm ahead of my goal. Nice to be able to see that. That goes right above here, hopefully. And then of course, if you want to be your own data analyst, you can look at everything at the bottom. Lastly is the CRM. I went over a couple of things so far. You can of course also tag them with different people. Right now we just have numbers, but you can customize them like I did here. This is Goose. So I'm in charge of those ones. Your notes are here, all the membership settings, all of that's there. Here's the interesting part, though. This one's really interesting because it's taken a completely different angle than most CRMs, which are a bit cumbersome, and I wanted it to be less so. It is still, there's a learning curve, but it should be pretty easy, at least straightforward. This is your traffic, this is your conversion, these are your retention, and this is your this analyzes your churn. So traffic, conversion, retention, churn. And so what's going to be happening with the external leads with the next update is that everyone that you're tracking in the School Goose extension will populate here if they're not in your community. So that feature should be up and running soon, which means if you're talking to people, but they're on school, but not in your community yet, they'll go here. Once they are in your community, they go here. And when you're ready to basically say, hey, these are the guys that I'm talking with, let's say Don Trail right here, I hit the little caterpillar, and now he goes up into engaged lead. So now I'm just tracking, these are the people that I'm focusing on in engaged lead, engaged clients. So this would be the same thing. Clients that are on premium that I'm trying to take to VIP, etc. Super fans are the most active. So they're the ones that you would probably want to be like, hey, do you want to buy this thing? Because they're likely to purchase. And then paid churn risk are going to be all the people that are paying that aren't currently that active. So as of right now, we have about 3 of them, but everyone else, it's solid. So this is kind of a bird's eye view. There's a lot that you can do with it, but most importantly, you have down here all of your members, reminders. Let me show you. Let's go to Superfans, for example. There's Wally. Wally's a superfan. So you can always just go down to the bottom here and get an idea. Like all of your members populate. If anyone remembered seeing seeing Wingman back when we first ran it, it was so cumbersome to bring all of your members in that was the part that cost money. Now we do that. You get that automatically as soon as you've got an account. So easy. And that's on the free account too. So please use it. It will completely change your life. And if there are any things that are missing, anything that you would like added, then let us know, because we're literally building it with the community, and even more so now that it's the backbone of the world tour that's going to ideally come and get you on camera, or at least have you hanging out and shooting. Well, I want to try and shoot one of those t-shirt guns at each and every one of you. Seems like fun. Cool. I just blasted through a ton of it. Yes, Wally.
I have a quick question. So you mentioned earlier that there's going to be this ability or capability to connect it to go high level. Did I hear that correctly? I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah, great question.
Because, then I just in the secondary part. So if you're able to connect with like something like go high level, would it be potential possible to connect it to your own website? If you're going to connect it via 2 platforms, would you be able then to do also, like, instead of go high level, maybe to your own website?
I don't see why not. Yeah. Oh, you mean to grab names and emails and stuff like that from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will be able to upload a CSV file. So you'd have to extract it from your website, but somewhere down the line, potentially an API we could roll out could do that sort of thing. Yeah.
That would be hot.
What will be changing in the interim, business model wise, will be again, ideally that you bring people to school, and then from there they're entered into your space. So it should be traffic, school, and then other stuff in a perfect world.
Yeah.
If you have traffic, website, school, it's going to be more complicated, and there's less. I see fewer spaces that succeed using that. I mean, it still works for a lot of people, but it's increasingly becoming school being the next source. So likely what we'll be doing, to answer your first question, is rather than making integrations the principal activity, I think what we're going to do is replace GHL entirely. So you can text messages and mass emails from Wingman instead of from.
Maybe you can do the reverse. Like, you know how GHL has that where you can actually buy your domain on GHL and then connect. And that way, basically, you're still driving traffic from a website that's sponsored by or created by school, SKOL. So when they click on it, it's like, I'll give you an example just to jump into it real quick, not to distract too much. Modeling agencies, right? So modeling agencies have what's called like a PMS, right? Same thing or like a property, like for bookings for hotels, PMS, property management system, or we have like this thing called netwalk, right? Which is you have all your clients, you have your models, and then you have your models that you submit to the clients, right? And there's like a direct drive between the client model and the agency. So it's creating this kind of circular effect where the drive is a school and it's driving everything around back into the platform.
I think I follow. So school would be the main source that you're trying to drive everyone to, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
yeah.
you have the website that basically they click on your website. It's operated by school, and then they click on it, and then it has everything that it brings them right into the school platform.
So there would be a school website?
Like your own website, but it's, let's say, powered by school.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I see what you're saying. All right. So the the lowest friction way that we've seen is actually that all CTAs go to your school about page. That so far has performed better than the vast majority of websites. And it
Yeah.
also encourages you to have single CTA, which it's easy to be like, well, you could do this or you could do this, and then immediately conversions get axed. So
Okay.
um, my recommendation and the model that we will probably design it around will be that you could probably, like, by the end of this year, if you didn't want a single other software other than School and Wingman,
Yeah.
well, then you might not need one.
Right. That would be awesome. Because I would love to see how that can be operated into a website that allows me to have, like, let's say, a direct chat through the website or through my own app, or still through school, whatever. But that would be awesome to have that kind of a full circle communication.
Yeah,
Boom, 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 boom.
yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
traffic source, school community, and then that's where it would end, right?
And brand, and personal brand.
Okay, personal brand. But you mean on school?
Yeah, on school, but
Yeah.
like they go on the website. It's powered by school. The website.
Ah, I see. Okay, so I don't think I will ever touch web building. I don't, at least as long as we're working with school, the web side is kind of already optimized, like, with
Right.
the about page, and there's also so much complication, like, the one thing that I hate about GHL is the thing that I love about GHL. It does everything, but it also does everything, and so I get lost.
Yeah.
So, because of that, I think what I would prioritize, and I'm totally open to feedback, so this is just my thoughts
Yeah.
so far. But my thoughts so far are that the goal would be to have email capability, SMS capability, and maybe a handful of other smaller things, but, like, largely those, on top of what we already are
Hmm.
doing, plus auto DM, stuff like that. And then that's it. School effectively takes care of calls, calendar, um, the community, the about page, which is kind of like the website. So, I mean, when you're looking at an 80/20, which is me because I'm quite lazy, the 80/20
Yeah.
would be that the 20% of things that you can do that give you 80% of the return would be school plus the CRM. And then
Right.
Google, I guess, as well, because you'll want an email. So yeah, maybe 3 would be your required tools.
All right. I'll send you a link of a couple of links to have a look at, just to have a look at, that might clarify what I'm thinking of, because I'm not the best of this technical clarification. My mind just doesn't function that way. So I'll
Yeah,
send you a couple of links of what I'm thinking of, and then you go from there. If it makes sense, if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I
sounds
think
good.
it. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Wally. Love that. Thank you for sharing that one. Cool.
Hey,
All right,
Goose,
who's up
quick
next? Yes.
question. On
Yeah.
the platform, would it be possible to do like a group chat, like instead of having to working with teams, having to use WhatsApp to chat with our moderators or admins? That would be awesome if that's possible.
Yes, we actually had that feature for a little while. It was a little bit pricey to host, and so we decided to make a later feature. But yeah, I actually think something we might do is start having people vote on which thing comes up first. Like, once we're done with a thing, what comes out next. But yeah, we called it Team Chat, and it would basically replace Slack, but minus a lot of the complexity. So you just have a couple of channels, and everyone could just chat in there. And I think we had like, it would remember 3 days of history or something like this. So it was intentionally to keep everyone up to speed, but not carrying a bunch of past weight. So you would save those links in other places like the projects or something like that. Um, yeah, if we brought that back, is that what you're referring to? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Sweet. Okay. By show of emoji, is that something that anyone else would really like to have, like a team chat for all the people that your mods, your devs, you got the okay, wow. Done.
So I have a quick add-on to this conversation. I created an app for the last company I worked for. Basically, it's very similar to what school is in a way, where it had internal communication between admin and all the other coaches, and then it also had communication with all the clients. And then it had the bulletin board, it had the security, it had an in-app calling as well, and stuff like that. So I see this world in that same functionality. So it's very interesting to see how you can narrow it into a very simplified system with communication.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I agree. I think something very simple would be the way to go. Yeah. And maybe even the one we had before was too complicated. I mean, GIFs are good. I might program GIFs into there, but it's not the one thing I want to be careful of is that you don't try and use it for your members because that's not its purpose. And in fact, if you do that, it will probably sabotage your community. So I need to make it my thought is not too fun. Bye, Kai. Love you, man. Um, yeah. That still hit the mark there, Mark? Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be fantastic.
Okay. All right. I'll re-add that. In fact, Ro, would you mind firing off a message to Jen and the team just to let them know that, hey, actually Jen, just give it to Jen. I don't want to swarm the devs on this one yet, but to bring back team chat or at least take a good strong look at it. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite. When I'm hearing the stuff, I mean, not everything we can't integrate everything in certain ways. It's got to be important to all of us. But it's these things will exist because you asked for them. And the liberation that we have back and forth is what's going to make it the product that we all love to use, which is the goal.
Yeah. And by the way, I sent you 2 links on in chat in your inbox on school.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Wally. Amazing. All right. Well, we are coming down to the end of the wire here. So if there are any other questions, oh, Jen's here. Woohoo! Thank you, Jen. Jen, would you mind taking note of that one? Ro, I guess, is going to double up with another message. Okay. So I would love to hear if there are any final thoughts, maybe like an end to the call. We have 4 minutes, so like a beautiful thought or something inspiring. Michelle's favorite one, which is kind of one of my favorites, is the until further notice, celebrate everything. Someone have something beautiful like
I
that?
have one for you.
Okay.
Live in the wish fulfilled.
Live in the
Wish fulfilled.
Live in the wish fulfilled. So imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine abundance and it becomes your reality.
Same thing. Bingo. Got it. Love
Yeah. Anyone else got something to share along those lines? Something inspirational, exciting?
Yeah, I wanted to celebrate Goose. This is a big lift. He's putting a lot of money out there to get this off the ground. He's working his ass off to get the seats out and get everything prepared. So just big shout out for him to getting this off the ground. It's been inspiring to see and making me want to go do more before someone asks you to do it. So yeah, thank you, Goose.
Dude, that's really cool, Brian. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You made my day.
Oh, I'll add on to that too because it's funny the way Ryan just said. I was thinking about this earlier. It's like the inspiration and seeing everything you're doing to drive your community and getting up to 12K. And I'm like, wow, like how can we take parts of that? And we're going to take parts of that inspiration and then put it into our own communities and build off of it. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Ideally, there's a way that anyone can get involved. It's, I mean, a lot of times I think a wiser person would do a lot less shit, but it's all too much fun. And so, if you want to be a mayor, apply to be a mayor. If you want to join the IRLs, join the IRLs. If you just want to make money from the comfort of your home, great, use Wingman. There's pretty much everything along the lines. It should be a single vertical. If you think community is something you want to integrate in your life, well, fuck, I want to be a part of that. That's fun for me. I live, eat, and breathe that shit. That's my jam. And if it didn't exist, I'd probably have died at this point. I need this stuff. It feeds my soul. I how do I say it? I earn the money so I can do this.
Yeah. And then you can say, jam on it. Jam
Jam on
on
it.
it.
So actually, speaking of that, here's the final thing I will end with is if you know how to play an instrument or you feel inspired to, talk to Ro certainly. But in addition, I'm still learning the bass. I find some time once in a while, and the rest of the team is everyone's learning an instrument of some kind, or they know some that they're practicing because we're carrying some amps and shit when the bus is up and running. Because we're gonna start playing some music. I want to play some like Black Keys would be super cool, or Fratellis. Like there's just some bands I think would be really cool. So the only thing that's ever missing from some of my favorite IRLs is live music. So we're gonna bring that. That's gonna happen. I'm like, why not just do everything? This would be so much fun. So if you feel so inclined, if you feel inspired, pick up a thing, learn how to do it, and then you can do it with us. So yeah. That sounds fun. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, I'll be back on again next week, or please reach out to the team, Ro, Jen, Ya, if he's here, any of the others. But I love you all. Thank you for spending some time with me. I'll see you real soon.
Thanks.
Later, dudes.
Bye bye.